round one.
Jesus. All right, guys, welcome to the Fantasy Fanatics episode whatever. We are doing our Money League ReDraft League draft. And just so everybody knows, Wyatt, Dean, and I, who are all in today's episode, are going to be picking a team for one of our friends who can't make it to the draft, and we're going to do a consensus pick. That way nobody screws this person over or anything like that.
Yeah, it's like the community team, so everyone has their say. Oh,
That
I
being
want to
said,
pick O.
Go ahead and share your screen. I'm going to share my tab of drafting for her, I believe. So, all right. And tabs are open.
Yes. Allow me to...
All right, Wyatt, who you taken? Who's gone? I missed everything.
I mean, who do you think's gone?
All right, you got McCaffrey 1, Barkley 2, Elliott 3, another great pick. Kamara 4. See why I told you Dalvin Cook would probably fall to me, so I'm taking Mr. Dalvin Cook. All right.
Your team is now on the clock.
What was next? Dalvin Cook, Michael Thomas. Who do we say we were going to go with? Devonta Adams, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, or Derrick Henry for Caitlin?
I was like, I was thinking Derrick Henry isn't a bad value, especially because you don't know if Victoria's going to take him, maybe, is with one of those next two picks.
True.
But
so
who knows, you know?
We going Derrick Henry?
I think that's, I think Henry's the safest pick for her.
All right, let's do it. Derrick Henry.
It's a beast.
All right, Victoria takes, or her fiance, who's drafting for her. Oh, I love the draft. I love draft weekend. It's so great. Austin Eckler, your guy is gone, Wyatt.
That's all right. I wasn't planning on getting him, probably. I mean, I'm picking at the end of round 2. I have an idea. Like, I think we were talking that yesterday. I have an idea who I want towards the end of the second that's going to be there.
Who was just taken? Lamar Jackson. What the fuck? All right, are we giving her Devontae Adams then?
Give her Devontae. That's
all right. That seems
feels like a good pick.
All right.
Even though Aaron Rodgers I don't think is great, I think Devontae is going to be his primary target.
Facts. I mean, he's going to have to be, right?
Who else you got?
Josh Jacobs. So this is where I'm at. I believe in Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but Kenyon Drake will not fall to me back in the third. So do I go with Clyde Edwards or do I go with Kenyon Drake? Do I take the shot?
That's a tough choice.
Ah, damn, dude. This is really rough, to choose. I'm really struggling right now.
Whichever one you're not taking.
Yeah, seriously. Well, Kenyon Drake, my only issue with Drake is they are in an air raid offense where it's all about passing the ball. And they're saying Kenyon Drake will miss week 1. So with that, I got to take the shot. I have to and just take Clyde Edwards-Helaire in a PPR league. I mean, it feels right.
All right.
Wow, my regular draft is almost the same as my dynasty draft. Actually, so far, it's exactly the same. All right. Danielle is on the clock. Who is she going after? Let me know who she goes after. I'm looking at my rankings right now, so.
Is she really having trouble with round 2?
Well, I was having trouble with round 2.
I know exactly who I want back-to-back right now.
Who are you? Oh, wait, I'm not. Never mind. Dean's next, so you don't really want to say anything.
Exactly.
Are y'all sharing your screen, by the way?
It should be.
Okay. I made sure to click mine before, so.
If not, oh well. I'm sorry, folks. Technical difficulties, whatever, whatnot. If it is, then everything's according to plan.
Julio Jones has been.
Oh, she got Julio.
Who does that leave for Denis?
I was gonna go Julio, actually.
I actually wanted Julio as well, but that's all right. I know I still have an idea.
I'll go to a pretty similar player.
Tyreek Hill, that's a great pick. All right.
Yes, sir.
So Wyatt, what's your back-to-back picks that you're thinking of?
All right. Back-to-back picks here.
Who did Bailey just take? I missed it.
Chubb.
I can see.
Oh, he took Chubb. That's a good pick.
So yeah, let's do this.
You're taking Drake. Yep, that's a really fucking good pick, and I'm really salty he fell that far. I didn't think he would. I really didn't think he would fall that far to you. Ugh.
We need 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 3 flexes.
Hell yeah, we do. And Chris Godwin. That's a good pick. It's a really good pick. I personally, I'm not really high on Godwin, personally.
You see, it's funny just because like I don't know why I was gonna go Deandre, but I'm like I have him in my other league. Let's have fun with this and mix it up because otherwise I just have 2 of the same team.
Yep, Bailey takes Deandre. My only issue with Deandre, like I said, it's an air raid offense, so one person isn't getting all the stuff from the ball. You know, it's not gonna be one person getting it. Exactly. It's not like DeAndre is not going to bring in as many targets as he's done. Kittle or Kelsey is going to be a great steal this round if I can take him. And I just remembered drafting and I'm talking.
No, I'm going Jones. I need a running back.
Okay.
You got to get running backs.
Kittle or Kelsey. I'm really
Jones
hoping
might
Mixon
be a good option with Aaron Rodgers, but Mixon could very well fall because I feel like a lot of people are now going, let's look at the top tight ends, QBs, everything else, you know?
If Mixon can fall to me, I would be set at running back. Cook, Hilaire, Mixon. That would be a fantastic stack. I'm also kind of looking at Miles Sanders. I really like Miles Sanders, but I don't know if he's going to be...
If you really need another receiver, though, Kenny Galladay's still there as well.
Kenny Galladay is a great pick in the 3rd. I just feel like him or DJ Moore can fall back. I also
they very well may.
I like Leonard Fournette because he is really the
Your
only
team
option.
is now on the clock.
Chris Carson has been taken. Okay. That leaves me Mixon.
So you got Call of Duty. You got to take Jerry Jeudy towards the end of the draft, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So my issue is, do I go with Mixon, right? Or do I go for the Kelsey Kittle to get
we always have this discussion of you're going to have plenty of depth at other positions while running back starts to deplete pretty quickly.
True, but I'm also looking at the fact that Miles
But also, top player in a tight end.
Leonard Fournette's a legitimate starter.
Yeah.
I can literally take the number 1 tight end right now with Kelsey /
My
Kittle.
issue with Leonard Fournette this season is if, in fact, Gardner Minshew is good, he may see less running plays, but he may see also an increase in receptions.
All right, I don't know how great I feel doing this, but we're running a 3 flex league, which makes tight ends slightly lower, so I have to go for the running back and Joe Mixon.
All right.
He is going with a rookie quarterback. So the thing that I'm banking on with that pick is that they will be going high on the running game.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to give it to your young quarterback the entire time.
Your team is now on the clock.
Todd Gurley.
All right, so are we giving Caitlin Miles Sanders, right?
Well, what does she have right now?
Henry and Adams. I think Sanders is the last legitimate starter in this league right
Leonard Fournette.
Leonard Fournette's gone, right?
No, he's still there.
Oh, he's just not on her screen. Well, who would you rather do? Because here's the thing. She's going to be next after Victoria as well. Victoria isn't taking Kittle and Kelsey.
I don't know.
I'd give her a running back. Yeah.
Do you think Sanders or Fournette?
It's probably Sanders.
Yeah. You okay with that, Wyatt?
Yeah, go ahead. That's
okay.
Like you said, he's still like pretty solid. You know, Miles Sanders is good.
It's a legitimate starter. The issue is,
well, especially if Carson Wentz, breaks a leg again.
Yeah,
they're gonna use him a lot more.
All right, and then the issue is, do we give her tight ends? Because is it still too early in a 3-flex league to go tight end?
I would say maybe if he's still there after these 2 picks, give her Galladay or DJ Moore.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at Galladay for her. I mean, what do you think, Dean?
I would have Galladay over Moore simply because Matt Stafford I trust probably over Teddy Bridgewater at the moment.
See, I personally have DJ Moore ranked higher, but only by like 0.10 points.
So they're really interchangeable.
Yeah. James Conner.
Ooh.
This league is going high on running backs, which is great because I'm glad I went with that running back instead of going for that tight end. James Conner, interesting choice. What are
I don't
we
know about James Conner, especially Big Ben back now. I mean,
true.
I feel like maybe with Big Ben back, Juju may be higher up on the list.
I'm not touching Juju. I'd rather not, personally.
Well, if he's still there way late, yeah, I'd take him.
Oh, if Juju's there in the, what are we in?
Your
fourth?
team is now
Mike
on the
Evans.
clock.
All right, so they're going wide receiver and running back heavy. So we're staying away from tight ends right now.
Go ahead and you know what? I'd say go Kenny Galladay for me personally. I feel like he's a little better. Or it's a better QB wide receiver connection.
You think Galladay?
She needs a wide receiver, yeah.
Or are you thinking Allen Robinson?
I still feel it's a little early.
For Robinson?
Go Galladay over Robinson.
I mean, you can go either way. It'd be fine. Any of those 3 guys in that group right there will do the job, you know?
But we're going unanimous is Kenny Galladay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. She's taking Kenny Galladay. All right. Switch back over. Spencer. Leonard
Your
Fournette.
team is now on the clock.
Surprised. He's been high on Fournette. I'm not surprised at all. This is really hard for me because I really, really, really like DJ Moore. But kind of like you, Wyatt, if I go with DJ Moore, I literally have the same exact team.
Yeah.
For Dynasty. But DJ Moore he's going to be a great wide receiver. Then the issue is, I'm looking at Kelsey or Kittle. I feel it's almost too early, but I'm afraid they won't fall back to me. I really like DJ Moore. I feel Kelsey in the 4th is almost a steal. But I have no wide receivers. Shit.
It'd be really interesting thing you drafted a tight end before a wide receiver.
I know. I'm really struggling right now. It's either Kelsey or Moore right now. I like... I needed a legitimate starting wide receiver. This was rough. That was one of the hardest picks I've ever had to do. All right. Danielle is next.
I have a feeling she's going to go tight end.
Yeah, I mean, Kelsey and Kittle have fallen pretty far, but once again, it's a 3-flex league. You need those running backs. You need those wide receivers.
Yeah, it changes things up quite a bit than running a kicker and 2 flexes.
Yep, and don't forget, we do have 7 bench spots as well. Because I decided to make this year a deep roster, so.
Hey, one of those guys could just break out. You never know. Exactly. With that being said, I probably will take maybe 1 or 2 rookies towards the end.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking at several rookies later on, which is kind of why I did 7 bench spots.
And Dillon, you know my other league on Yahoo is the same format as this, but with 12 people in the league.
Mark Ingram. That's a good pick. I didn't even know he was still there. Should have paid attention.
I don't know about that one when, like...
You got Melvin Gordon, Travis Kelce. Yep. First tight end off the board. Makes sense. He's going to be the number 1 tight end. I'm not surprised. See, at this point, if Kittle goes, there's no point in drafting a tight end until like round 10 at this point. Just because I think they're all rather similar, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you don't have one of the top two, then you're kind of screwed. My only issue, like I was telling you, with drafting the tight end over wide receiver first, is tight end depth is so shallow. So let's just say Kelsey does get injured week 1, right? But you went with Kelsey over DJ, or I went with Kelsey over DJ Moore. Then I don't have DJ Moore as a starter. And then who would my starter be? Adam Thielen, Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't feel confident in those two being my number one. Amari Cooper as a number one is a great pick. That's a great pick. I was hoping he would fall to me, actually, so that really sucks. All right, Wyatt. Allen Robinson. Talk us through your second one.
I mean, it's round 5, and he's still there.
Yeah. Good pick.
Don't blame you there.
Oh, Bailey. What are you going to do, Bailey?
What are you going to do, Bailey?
Cam Akers, okay.
You know who I'm picking,
It's a really
baby.
good pick. I wanted Cam Akers. I wanted Cam. Damn it.
Oh, boy.
I was
feel
hoping
like
Mahomes would fall to me because I was just going to...
I have a feeling everybody's going to go like, oh, crap, QB time.
I know how our league works, and that's exactly how they play.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's waited till like somebody drafted somebody like, oh, okay. It's time for
also,
QBs.
that's how it is with tight ends. So watch either late
Mark
round
Andrews
5.
will go, Zach Ertz will go sometime within round 5 or 6.
You're going to see Mark Andrews, people like that just disappear, and you're just like, why?
They would have been there much later, and you.
I see Odell is on board.
Like Odell, yeah.
I personally don't want anything to do with Odell.
There's still plenty of depth at receiver, so I am not concerned at all about drafting receiver.
I really wanted Cooper Kupp. Oh my god. I'm actually really pissed off about that. You got AJ Brown. I don't believe in the Titans as much this year either. Calvin Ridley. I don't know. Thielen. Oh man. I'm gonna go for our.
I haven't been looking at buys.
I'm going for Mr.
I got 2 buys week 11, 2 buys week 13.
So far, I have 2 buys.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right. So what do you need?
Bobby Woods and then Adam Thielen went. So she has 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. So she's pretty even set.
Do you think she should take a tight end?
It's too early. It's too early for a Mark Andrews.
Is it going to swing back around to her for her to get like a Mark Andrews or like a Darren Waller? It's not going to happen, right?
It really doesn't matter because, at least in my opinion, if you don't have the 2 top tight ends, you don't spend a round 5 pick on a tight end because at the earliest point you should draft a tight end at that point is 7 or 8. Just because it's all similar. You go wide receiver or running back here.
David Johnson.
Do you want to go David Johnson for her?
I think he's like one of those last people that isn't going to really be splitting carries as much.
See, I personally think Melvin Gordon's a better option here.
Melvin Gordon's going to be splitting carries with Lindsay, though, I feel. I just have a feeling about that it's going to be more evenly split than you think it would be.
And then she has and Golladay as wide receiver, Sanders and Henry as running backs. 13 seconds. What do you guys think?
Any of those players right there you can pick for her.
Wyatt?
Go ahead and Melvin Gordon if you really feel Melvin Gordon.
Okay. So next round, she needs probably a wide receiver. AJ Brown is gone. Nobody's touching Odell. I don't blame them. All right, who are we going? Probably wide receiver, right?
Give her Odell.
You want to give her Odell?
No.
Odell's into the 6th round. I think that's about the time when I'd be okay drafting Odell.
You could also give her like Calvin Ridley, though, or Tyler Lockett.
What do you guys think?
Odell, I feel, is like obviously the best option, like in terms of potential for best success, because he is the number 1, while the other guys are more who knows.
Except for Juju. Juju is arguably the number 1. Tyler Lockett has fallen to the number 2. Sutton and Judy are going to be competing. What do you guys think? If Odell's there, do we give her Odell since it's fallen this far?
Yeah, probably.
I think, that would be a decision I'd make.
In the
If I was her.
Team is now on the clock.
Yep, I think he's a steal in the 6th, so she's getting Odell. That's a pretty damn good pick because if he decides to actually ball out this year, you took Odell in the 6th.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, who was taken? Waller. What the fuck?
She's got a pretty solid lineup so far.
Who? Caitlin?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who took Waller? Who's before me?
Spencer, I think.
Interesting. It's not like showing up on my draft board. Shit, dude. I'm going running back depth. I gotta mimic it. Wyatt, you want to sing it for me?
Yeah.
David Johnson.
I drafted him in my Yahoo league, so
I have him in both of my leagues for us, and I
just
if David Johnson doesn't show up,
that'll be 3 years. Well, one of them you can't blame from injury, so.
Well, last year he was injured too.
I like any of these players I'm about to get right now.
You got Juju, Bell.
There's still a lot of really good value players here at this late.
Dude,
it's kind of the nice thing about having the small league is you can still have really good players.
Juju is a steal at this point. The fact that he's ranked 32 and you can get him in the 6th is a fucking steal.
Yeah, the number 46 pick 36 pick.
32nd.
No, wait, no, not 36.
It says he would be 32nd. There goes Juju. Yep, makes sense.
There goes Juju. Yep.
Calvin Ridley's also a great steal here. Kyler Murray, I don't blame him. It's really fucking
Kyler, damn it.
I wanted Kyler to follow me. I know. I'm just as salty. I really wanted fucking Kyler right there. David Johnson.
Can't go wrong with this guy.
First name Russell, last name Wilson.
Russell.
I got him in my Yahoo league too.
I really don't like that I have to do it because, like you said, it's kind of mimicking. No, I can wait.
You think he'll fall back to you, whoever you're wanting to take?
Yeah, I think it will. Kyler
Murray's a great pick there. Russell Wilson's a great pick there. I kind of want to draft a QB. I also feel it's slightly early to go for the other quarterbacks because they will fall. David Johnson. Calvin Ridley, good pick.
I was like between him and Tyler Lockett right now, so I was like, ooh, I don't know.
Calvin Ridley's
but I can't take Tyler Lockett because I already have Russell Wilson, and then Tyler Lockett would also be a week 6 bye, and that's going to leave me thin that week.
Unless you want to stack up. I mean, it's possible that you could just stack up on a team. Zach Ertz. Oh, come on, Bailey. Oh.
Thank God he needed a tight end.
You know how I feel about tight ends this early. It just feels off. Le'Veon Bell. Good pick. I was hoping he would fall back to me. If he fell back, I'd be fucking stacked at running back, dude. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me buy you a drink.
Classic.
I don't know why I went with that, but no reason. Jonathan Taylor, I wouldn't feel comfortable drafting Jonathan Taylor or Marlon Mack in this league. I took Marlon Mack in the other league just because if Jonathan Taylor's the starter this year, Marlon Mack's going elsewhere.
Well, I'll just have them on the lookout if they're ever dropped from a roster spot, and it's like, well, once we know who's the actual running back,
Well, Jonathan Taylor will be drafted, like without a doubt.
I'm saying if they're dropped from a roster though for somebody else that's like breaking out, and at the time he's not doing anything or whatever, then it's like, oh well, I have my eye on you.
Jonathan Taylor's a great pick. Like I said, Frank Reich keeps saying that that Marlon Mack will be the starter, and then it's Jonathan Taylor's team next year. That's why I went at draft.
Your
Jonathan
team
Taylor
is now on the clock
this year. I thought this was gonna be easy for me, but I'm really struggling between Tyler Lockett and DK Decaf.
They're both good picks.
They are.
Who's the number one, though?
They're interchangeable. That's what they keep saying.
That's what I'm saying. Who's the number one?
Well, the issue is the first half of the season last year, it was Tyler. The second half of the season, it was DK. I just don't know who's going to be the best option. Oh God, this is actually really fucking hard. I'm gonna take Tyler. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm going for Tyler. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you. Let me get decaf.
Yeah.
Danielle messaged me, wait, why no kickers in this league? Because
kickers are useless. You can never predict a kicker.
Apparently her and Spencer are upset about that? I notified them. I mean, I posted.
This was known weeks before.
Yeah, I post in the message boards daily. Danielle said, haha, no, they're my favorite. Laughing emoji.
My favorite. Maybe they're happy about that? I don't know.
All right, so we're looking at Caitlin. Who do we go with? Do we go with another running back or do we go wide receiver heavy at this point? She has 2 running backs only. Oh, no, she has 3.
Your team is now on the clock.
She has Gordon, Henry, Sanders as running backs. And then as wide receiver, she has Adams, Galladay, and Beckham. We're going into the 8th round. At this point, I wouldn't feel bad going tight end if Mark Andrews is there. Mark Andrews isn't there.
I don't think Evan Ingram's justifiable enough.
Okay, so we'd not touch on tight end then?
I would not touch tight end maybe till another round sweeps by her.
Okay. So do we give her quarterback? Do we go with Jonathan Taylor? Because Jonathan Taylor won't be there in the 9th when it comes back to her. Do we give her DJ Chark? Do we give her Cortland? DK? Do we go with the quarterback and Dak?
Dak wouldn't be a bad choice right now. He's pretty high up. He's ranked 50.
Probably give her a quarterback.
Yeah, I'd say quarterback. But I don't know if I'd give her Dak or Deshaun.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Dak or Deshaun right now.
That's what I'm thinking. Dak or Deshaun. That's where I'm stuck with. You also have a Josh Allen, but he's
Let's flip a coin, huh? Let's make this one a coin flip.
Because you have the running ability with Deshaun, you have the passing ability with Dak. Just pick a name.
I'd go Deshaun.
Deshaun.
Okay, Deshaun's gone. There you go.
Start fumbling around with it.
Yep, there goes
Getting
DK.
consensus takes a minute, and you only have like 20 seconds to actually make the pick.
I personally was hoping Deshaun would fall because I really
Your
wanted
team
to
is
take
now
Deshaun.
on the clock.
See, there's Evan Ingram. He's gone. I guarantee you, if we did go with Evan Ingram, Deshaun probably would have been there because they have Lamar Jackson.
I'd say another running back at this point.
Yeah, you want to go running back? They're gonna.
I'm thinking either like Kareem Hunt or Jordan Howard.
I don't want to touch Jordan Howard because you also have another running back in Miami. I forget who it is.
That's true.
You have Matt Breida.
But would you rather touch Jonathan Taylor where there's Marlon Mack?
There's Deandre Swift.
Deandre Swift, I do like.
I do like as well.
I like him better than Clyde Edwards-Helaire, honestly.
I really like DeAndre Swift. Competing with Kerryon Johnson. Or we can go Kareem Hunt.
You're going running back for her?
Yeah.
What are you thinking?
I was thinking all these wide receivers.
All right, who are we going with?
I mean, there's
But the
Sutton
running back
there.
that's going to deplete.
Yeah, that's true, but she's got 3 running backs though.
Yeah, Sutton actually the fact that Sutton is there kind of
You want to go
surprises
with
me.
Sutton?
Yeah, I think that's a good pick.
Dean?
Yeah.
Okay. See, I kind of agree with you there, Dean, because my whole theory too is running back or wide receivers are deep, but if you
Your
can get
team
some
is
of the
now
top,
on the clock.
damn it,
That's
Dak is gone.
gone.
Son of a bitch.
Oof.
Then there's no point in me drafting a quarterback until like the 20th round. Fuck. Son of a bitch,
That easy.
dude. I really needed Dak there. God damn it.
Let me see.
I'm going with the baby shark.
Chark. Chark.
Damn, dude. Damn. I really wanted Dak.
Matt Ryan. All right.
I really wanted fucking Dak Prescott.
By the way, I like that name, Hoss Delgado.
Yeah.
He's the spectral exterminator from Billy and Mandy.
Hoss Delgado.
He's got on his right hand, he's got a metal hand. On his left hand, he has a crossbow that shoots chainsaws.
Dude, I like that. T.Y., that's a good pick. So, quarterback-wise, not that any of you guys need them at this point, I'd be looking at Josh Allen, who would be a good pick. I just don't believe in him as my number one quarterback. I personally don't want to touch Tom Brady.
Yeah, but you gotta figure you still got Drew Brees on the board.
Yeah, you have Drew Brees, but it's also saying he's 97 overall. Meaning
Oh my god. Oh. He's gonna fall to me in 2 drafts.
Who? You and your Stephon Diggs.
You see, I was either gonna go Diggs or Ty, but I just went with Ty just cause.
And I still feel like the guy I'm looking at running back's still gonna be there. So I'm feeling.
You're feeling Thielen?
Feeling.
I got a feeling. Woo, woo. Son, fuck you! Oh,
Son of fuck you.
oh my god, Wyatt.
How can I not?
God, I could not be more salty about that fucking pick.
This is the Gesicki of this draft.
Fuck you. What? Just to be an asshole, I'm taking Deandre Swift, you fucking dick.
I didn't want Deandre Swift. It's fine.
Fuck! You want Kareem Hunt.
No.
Oh man.
I don't know what to do. Fuck you. You took my wide receiver. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah!
Who do I
You
go
son of a
with here?
bitch.
I need to fill out my last flex.
My flexes are set. I just don't have a quarterback or tight end.
But you can dig for those. I mean.
Oh
there's
yeah,
enough there.
I have some potential breakouts in my head that I'm wanting to go with potentially.
See, this
By the
is
way, have you
this.
seen Cam Newton's new picture here?
Yeah.
Yeah, with that hair.
Are you looking
This
at like
is
Baker or something?
This is where I show my age because I go with the older guys more than the younger guys. I go with the safe pick.
Jarvis
Landry
is one of the
is a good
safest
guy.
picks you can do. Yeah.
I just know he's gonna get catches in a PPR league.
Oh yeah, 100.
Exactly.
Like in a PPR league, Jarvis Landry I think is better than Odell, just because Odell's going to be getting those big plays. Jarvis Landry
Your
is going to be
team
getting...
is now on the
He's
clock.
going to be getting a lot of plays.
Exactly. Shit, dude.
Wyatt throwing wrenches in Dillon's plans since 2000 something.
I mean, it was 2 or 3 years ago with the whole Russell Wilson fiasco. It was 2 or 3 years ago.
4, I think, actually.
Was it 4 years ago?
Might have just been 4 years ago.
That's when you started to do the shit. Oh, man. I don't want to touch Kareem Hunt just because they are stacked at wide receiver and tight end. You have Njoku, you have Hayden Hurst, you have Odell, you have Jarvis, you do have Chubb. Kareem Hunt would probably be the change of pace back. DeAndre Swift, I just don't know if he's going to be a starter. With that being said, if he's not a starter, he'd be a good one to sit on the bench, which means he'll be there when I come back around. Meaning I can go wide receiver. Do I want Scary Terry or do I want the Flying V and Will Fuller? I'd be taking a shot either way. Shit. I'll go Scary Terry.
He's the undoubtable number one guy there. So.
Yeah.
Football team. Sorry.
Yeah, Washington
football team. We're not getting racist here.
My apologies, stream.
Yeah, Caitlin has a legitimate team. Deshaun Watson, Derrick Henry.
Your
Miles
team
Sanders,
is now on the clock.
No, we didn't by any means screw her over, I'll say that.
Holiday, Melvin Gordon, Odell Beckham, Cortland Sutton. Are we looking at wide receiver, running back, tight end?
Does she not have a tight end still?
No, but neither do I. Neither does a lot of people.
At that point, maybe Jared Cook.
I'm
thinking like Jared Cook or like Hunter Henry.
Do you want to go tight end for her?
I feel like, yeah, just because does Victoria have a tight end? I feel like she might start considering tight end then.
I haven't even checked her team. 2 yards apart.
She's got Evan Ingram.
She has
okay, Evan. Then maybe we can dig into wide receiver a little more or running back.
She might need running back depth. Is Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor's there and he's ranked 44. So
what do you think, Dean?
Yeah, I'd go Taylor and then she comes back and gets a tight end.
Yep, it's a good.
That's what I'm thinking. Let's do that.
Jonathan Taylor's a steal there because let's just say he becomes the
if
starting.
If he becomes the starter, then
you stole him. Jordan Howard. He's gone. I like Ronald Jones here.
End.
Ronald Jones here is a good pick. He's the number one running back in Tampa.
Do we know does Tampa even have a running back?
Yeah, Ronald Jones.
Yeah, does Tampa have a running back?
Yeah, Ronald Jones.
Yeah, but do they have a running back?
Yeah, Ronald Jones.
No one wants to touch a Tampa running back.
What
was it? 2 years ago, I had a Tampa running back on my team, and you know what he did? He sat on the bench the whole season, just eating away a roster space.
Your team is
Drew
now
Brees,
on the clock.
I'm not surprised they are Saints fans. I was going to draft Drew Brees earlier just to be an asshole to Victoria, but still feels too early. So tight end, you said Hunter Henry?
Hunter Henry or Jared Cook.
What do you think, Dean?
Either one.
What do you think?
Both. I'm just kidding.
I think Hunter Henry might be the better option.
Yeah, I go Hunter Henry.
Okay, just because there's less people to spread the ball around to.
Tyrod's gonna check to the tight end.
Yeah. Damn. Okay. Well, my
Tyrod's deep ball over there in LA.
My Drew Brees plan goes out the window. I was gonna take Drew Brees.
You still got plenty of QBs. I mean,
yeah, none I feel like straight confident in starting on a week-to-week basis, though. You know.
Yeah. So you're looking for more of a draft 2 QBs and then matchup base.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Take Dwayne Haskins. He's gonna be the best player this year.
I know I'm supposed to laugh, but I'm just like too stressed about my next pick that I didn't.
I feel like Josh Allen's a good fantasy QB though.
My issue with Josh Allen, we've talked about this. My issue with Josh,
like the inconsistency, which is
team is now on the clock.
I was gonna.
What was it?
Swift.
But if you're going matchup based, then that eliminates that problem.
Wyatt, you're going running back, right?
I don't know yet. I actually know what one of my picks is going to be, but I don't know if the second one's going to be running back or like tight end depth or the other QB.
I got
AJ Green's still there. Wow.
Yeah, well, there's a reason AJ Green's still there.
I mean, yeah, rookie QB and injury, and the fact you got Tyler Boyd also right next to him.
I took Josh Allen. I took Stallion, Josh Allen. You feel great when after you make your pick, you just sigh because you don't know.
I don't know. Every draft I've ever felt confident in, I've done horrible. All the ones I go, I seem to do well.
Fair enough. I like Zach Moss. I don't know if I like him in fantasy football. Wide receiver, I have DJ Moore, Bobby Woods, Tyler Lockett, Baby Shark, Terry McLaurin.
You got a lot of receivers already, huh?
I got 5. And then running back, I
do as well, though.
Joe Mixon, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who, if Clyde Edwards-Helaire does break out, Wyatt, that's a pretty damn good pick, right?
Yeah.
And then I got Dalvin Cook, who they're missing a lot of targets.
Robert Mostert.
Right. They're missing a lot of targets in Minnesota because of the Stephon Diggs leaving.
I got 3 running backs, 4 wide receivers.
You have you have Patrick Mahomes, huh? You haven't drafted a tight end yet, have you?
No, I got a tight end. I got Kelsey.
Oh, okay.
See, I don't know.
Good right now.
If Chubb goes down, then Kareem Hunt's a beast.
It's true.
But then I'm looking at Montgomery and Cohen, which just pretty much cuck each other.
Yep.
I think Montgomery, in my opinion, is a good pick. I took him last year. The only issue with Montgomery is the team that he's on. While Kareem Hunt, the issue with Kareem Hunt is you have a legitimate starter in front of him, while Montgomery is a legitimate starter.
Yeah, I'm going Montgomery as my backup.
You have Ronald Jones, who is arguably the starter. You have Philip Lindsay, who's not the starter, but he's the third down pass catching back.
I'll take Kareem. I'll take the chance on it.
Yeah,
I got a pretty decent area, and then maybe it's a little bit early.
Who are you looking at?
But I have a feeling it's going to be gone by the next time I come around.
No comment.
Hey, by the time that 14 picks from now, I guarantee you something's going to happen with that.
I'm back again.
Guess who's back?
And then that makes things a little easier because everything's actually filled out for my thing, and now it's all bench.
I never worry about trying to fill my roster before the bench because the bench is depth, and that's what matters.
Not necessarily either, but I'm saying now it's not. It's one of those things I don't worry about as much.
There's a couple guys on here where I'm gonna take a shot.
I'll go with this dude as a backup.
Marquis Brown is a solid backup. My issue with Marquis is is he gonna catch more? He was kind of the deep threat last year. I already know who I'm going if this guy falls to me. Just letting you know, I'm going AJ Green if he falls right here. Because I think that's a steal. But I don't know. How do you guys feel about AJ this year?
So
if he's actually going to play, he's great, but also QB wise, you don't know who Joe Burrow is going to be.
It's true.
In the Dynasty League, I actually dropped AJ Green and picked up Brandon Cooks.
In our Dynasty League?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just because Green's 32 and Cooks is 26.
Oh, yeah, and that's a big thing. My issue with
this
Cooks...
one, you don't got to worry as much with that since it's not Dynasty. But
my issue with Cooks is you don't know if he's going to be the number one or if Fuller's going to be the number one or,
Or what team he's even going to be on.
Oh, Cooks is in Houston right now.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just joking that
Oh no, I get
it's literally
you.
been everywhere now, or heading everywhere.
I like
Yeah,
Deontay
he's been
Johnson.
went
Danielle
from Saints to
took
Your
Marvin
team
Jones.
is now on the
All
clock.
right, this gives me AJ Green. Easy pick for me. It's a late pick to take
So who do we
AJ. But
pick? Caitlin.
okay, Caitlin has
let me
quarterback.
check.
She has Watson, Henry, Sanders, Adams, Galladay, Hunter Henry, Melvin Gordon, Odell Beckham, Cortland Sutton, Jonathan Taylor.
So where does she need to go, you
Your
think?
team is now on the clock.
Damn, I was hoping CD would fall to me. I almost feel like she needs a running back.
She's
But
got
at this point in
she's
running
got 4 running backs, 4 wide receivers.
So it's basically, who do you want to take the shot on?
Yeah, I'd just
give
go
her
running.
give her the top running back available because it's like
Yeah, I'd go running back then wide receiver.
All right, you got Ronald Jones here, and the top wide receiver next is Tyler Boyd.
I'm okay with that.
Going Ronald Jones?
Yeah,
Okay. Caitlin's got Ronald Jones. All right.
not a bad
Circling
backup.
back around, she's going to go wide receiver. Do you go Tyler Boyd, Brandon Cooks, Deontay Johnson? Really interesting. Tyler Boyd, Brandon Cooks, Deontay Johnson, Jamison Crowder, who isn't he the number 1 in New York Jets right now?
I think so.
You got Jalen Reagor for the Philadelphia Eagles. You got Preston Williams in Miami. You got Mecole Hardman in Kansas City. You got Golden Tate. Who are you guys thinking?
Let me see what Victoria does right here.
Golden Tate actually had a pretty decent second half, right?
I believe so. It just seems early to me to draft those defenses. I don't know. They don't make that big of a difference.
You say that, but it did for me.
It did for whoever owned the fucking
Your team
Patriots
is now on
defense
the
last
clock.
year.
I think Boyd is an easy pick right here.
Yeah,
Wait,
I as well.
Let me check her team.
I already took. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Me, I know there's a couple guys that will fall to me. I'm struggling on if I should take Deontay Johnson, but that's a deep shot. I like Deontay Johnson. I just don't know if he's going to be the guy, you know? And he was out 14 games last year due to a groin injury. I don't know. I don't know if I want to take Deontay Johnson that early.
Your team is now on the clock.
Tom Brady.
How about Guise? Yeah.
Guys. You always call him Guise. Damn, dude. This is rough. This is rough. I don't want to touch any of these running backs.
I see a running back I would touch, but
Who's that? Carry on?
no, I'm not gonna say. I got a pick here.
I'm not going to take any running backs. Maybe Antonio Gibson.
Well, Dean might,
Hmm?
but Dean might. You never know.
I'm actually looking at defenses at this point.
Yeah, my starter.
It's a little too early for defenses, Dillon.
I know.
I'm not gonna comment on that.
I know. I can stream defenses on a weekly basis. I mean, that works just the same.
My
But
starters are full, and I got 2 backups already. So
you already got defense too.
I don't not see. That's why I'm thinking about defense because my starters are full, and I got 2 backups. So I might go defense. 10 seconds.
I know. I'm really struggling right here.
Talk.
I'm going Higbee.
That one hurt you, didn't it?
Not really. Higbee's a really good player. They really ran 2 tight end sets near the end of last year, and that's where Higbee started to ball out.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Who did he take? I missed it.
Philip Lindsay.
Philip Lindsay fell pretty damn far right there.
I was gonna go Lindsay, but now I'll go defense.
You're going Steelers, aren't you?
Actually, I could be a troll and take Gronk, but Kelsey. Oh wait, no, hold on. I like this guy.
Damn, Tariq Cohen, nice, good pick.
Emmanuel Sanders, yeah. Didn't
Tariq
even
Cohen
think about that.
Far. Holy shit. Tariq Cohen is down here. Jonnu Smith? The reason I dropped Jonnu Smith is because it's a run-first team, and I don't want any part of that as a tight end. Sony Michel.
Especially with not knowing who the QB is going to be.
But we don't know who the running back's going to be.
It's going to be Sony Michel.
They got like 5 running
They
backs.
have 5 running backs.
But out of all of them, whose name do you hear the most?
It's not Sony Michel. It's
Yes,
James
it is.
White. No.
James White doesn't play.
James White, Michelle, Burkhead, Bolden.
Didn't they just pick up another one too?
I don't even know.
They just did, and he's injured already. I'm not touching Michelle because of his shitty ass history. I don't want anything to do with Michelle. I mean, if he breaks out, congratulations. I just really like. He's one of those players where I'm willing to miss out on. Where it's like if Michelle somehow does like explode, I'd rather not be a part of it because I don't even want to take the risk of being a part of it, you know? You good there, Wyatt?
I'm just thinking. I'll grab a backup QB just in case.
Tannehill. Seahawks defense. Yep, that's Bailey for you.
Who's in the Patriots division? It's Patriots, Bills, Dolphins,
Jets.
Jets. Okay. Dang, Bills or Patriots is a good defense with that division.
A good defense too, surprisingly still.
Shit, I'll go Bills defense maybe.
Just looking at their stats, that's a really solid pick.
Steelers got to play the Ravens twice a year.
It's true.
Yeah, but the Browns also play the Ravens twice a year, and Nick Chubb does well against them, so...
Yeah, the Browns.
He's talking about defense-wise, though.
Steelers, Browns,
saying,
Ravens.
like, those division games, you can never tell. Like, because they play them so often, it doesn't necessarily mean they'll do good or bad either way.
It's personally why I typically stream defenses, you know?
Yeah. Ravens can put up 50, though, randomly.
Carson Wentz,
Your team is now on the clock.
This point, I could look at a backup QB. I'm looking at Rodgers as a backup. Dude has fallen far, apparently. Holy shit.
Yeah, because then you'll have Allen and Rodgers to match up base.
Are they different buys? Yes, they are. I mean, that's not a bad pick. I don't like Aaron Rodgers. He has a tough schedule. He's at Minnesota, then Detroit, then New Orleans, then Atlanta. But the second half of his season is Philadelphia, Detroit, Carolina, Tennessee, and Chicago. I mean...
Yeah, you could go Rodgers or Stafford as your backup.
I'm going to probably go Rodgers just because Stafford's injury... Ooh, Daniel Jones could be a good pick, too. Cam Newton would be a good bench spot if he starts. I'll go Rodgers as backup. All right, I'm set at quarterback.
Caitlin can use the backup QB, huh?
Your team is now on the clock.
All right, Stafford?
Yeah, I like Stafford.
Dean?
Yeah.
Just make sure they have different buys. They do. Okay. Are we looking at a defense for Caitlin next? Or are we going to still try to stack the roster?
I'd give her a defense at this point.
All right. Are we looking at Steelers, Like you said, they play the Ravens twice a year.
Your team is now on the clock.
Michael Pittman.
I do like Steelers defense. They won me all of like the second half of my games last season.
Yeah.
They caused so many turnovers.
The issue is, like Dean said, how many times are you facing a high-scoring team? You know, the Saints, you're not going to have the issue of facing a high-scoring team.
Well, you don't know that. What if Tom Brady, for whatever reason?
I mean, that's true, but
Saints play the Falcons and the Bucks twice a year.
Falcons, Bucks, and Panthers.
Yeah. Steelers play the Ravens, Browns, and who else? Steelers, Ravens, Browns.
No, it's not the Jags.
I personally just still feel the Steelers perform well enough.
Yeah, I go Steelers defense.
Steelers? Okay.
I may have questions about them, but I have more questions about everybody else's before I would have them.
David Johnson. My favorite guy. If he just doesn't ball out, dude, I'm gonna be an upsetty spaghetti.
Your team is now on the clock.
Somebody went with the troll move and Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk went really early in my Yahoo League. I was surprised.
God, all these defenses are so similar in projected points. You have 109, 107, 103, 106, 110, 106, 108, 106, 104, 107, 108. Oh, I'm really struggling. It's like, do I go? Probably not. I really like a Deontay Johnson. I have no running backs on my fucking bench. You ready for the song, Wyatt?
Go for it.
Carry on my wayward son.
He's got songs for everyone.
I got Carry on Johnson. Yeah, I knew she was gonna take the Saints D, but my issue with those defenses is they're all too similar. If you have if you don't have the top one or two. What's his name?
Might go back up QB. Let me see.
I got my backup. So I'm looking at a defense. I don't like my Tyler Higbee pick now because there's a couple guys that I want instead.
I'll go back up. What the hell?
It's a good backup, though. You know?
Jared
Goff.
Who Nick is related to, apparently.
The more I think about it, the more I don't believe it. But...
Let's see here.
Noah Fant is still on the board, but I personally don't believe in him. You got Deontay. Wyatt? I was literally going to take Gesicki this round.
The two-time.
I knew Gesicki could fall to me, but God, I forgot why it was fucking with me.
I don't do it intentionally, just so you know.
Oh,
it just happens.
Shit. You don't fuck with me intentionally.
Oh, like I can read your mind right now and say, "Oh, look, Dillon's picking this guy."
You know I want Gesicki. You knew I was upsetty about the Gesicki last time.
Well, why wouldn't I do it? Who else am I going to take as a backup tight end? Like you said, why would you take any of these guys?
Right well, why wouldn't you take Austin Hooper?
I didn't.
But I'm saying, why wouldn't you?
Why don't you?
Same reason why you took fucking Gesicki, you prick.
Exactly. So what are you arguing about?
I wanted my Gesicki. You're going to force me to take Blake Jarwin again. I mean, hell, if Blake Jarwin breaks out, it's a solid pick. You're a douche.
What did I do?
You took
Drafting.
Again.
I'm just drafting like everybody else, man.
Your team is now on the clock.
I was going to take Minnesota defense as well, so that kind of fucks me over. Oh, no. It's saying it would auto pick. Austin Hooper's gone.
Well, then the Minnesota defense is there.
That is a good pick. They play... What do they play? The Lions, the Packers, and...
The Bears.
Yeah, the Bears twice a year. Trubisky.
Ideal matchup there.
Or the Chargers defense. They play the Raiders twice a year.
Yeah, but they also play the Chiefs twice a year.
Yeah, true.
You could take the Chiefs defense. They play the Chargers, Raiders twice a year.
Yeah. Broncos got a rookie QB.
He was a rookie last year. He's the second year.
Oh, second year, my bad.
I'll pass on a defense. Just because I have faith, sir. I'm scared the guy won't come back to me.
Tick, tock, tick, tock.
It's a good pick. They lost Austin Hooper. Matt Ryan really likes throwing to the tight end position. So I took that shot there. No Blake Jarwin this time. I don't know how you feel about that, but...
Your team is now on the clock.
Latavius Murray. Okay, who does Caitlin need? She's pretty evenly set all along the board. She probably needs a backup tight end.
I was thinking the same thing. Noah Fant?
Noah Fant's a solid option. I believe in Chris Herndon, but I believe if she goes Chris Herndon, she can get him the last pick of the draft. What do you think, Dean?
Yeah, I'd go backup tight end.
All right, so Noah Fant?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. I personally believe in Chris Herndon, but he has to get healthy first. All right. That means we're looking at running back, wide receiver. You still have Deontay Johnson, Christian Kirk.
J.K. Dobbins.
Where the fuck is that? Oh, J.K. Dobbins.
Adrian Peterson's still there.
I'd give her...
Competition's more open now.
I'd give her another wide receiver.
Who are you thinking?
She's got 5 running backs.
Your team is now on the clock.
Well, Deontay Johnson is gone. That's a solid pick.
Kirk.
It is
Kirk.
Offense, so it is spread around quite a bit. Kirk?
Yeah, especially 91 rank and still there.
I tried to ignore ADP just because it gets too...
Nonetheless, but he's still almost projected like 200 points.
True.
And
your team is now on the clock.
Really think DeAndre Hopkins isn't going to perform well like you said or whatever, then it would work well for...
It's not that I don't believe DeAndre Hopkins won't perform well. It's that I don't believe
he's spread out. It's not going to favor him.
Yeah, it's going to be a spread out because that's the whole thing with an air raid offense, you know. I think we all know what my pick is going to be this time.
Jody.
Yeah, I really do believe in Judy. The only competition he has is Cortland Sutton. And Cortland Sutton, the second half of the year, when Drew Lock actually played, wasn't getting those targets that he was the first half of the year. You know? can't believe I got Kerryon Johnson in the 14th round. Aaron Rodgers in the 13th. That's crazy. All right, who are you looking at, Dean?
I'm my last 2 picks. I'm going backup tight end, backup defense.
All right.
What do I got? I got the Bills defense.
Solid.
So I'll go Vikings backup defense.
So my last 2 picks are going to be more backup plans than anything, I feel. It's like I feel like the bench is all right and my starters are fairly good. So these guys are going to be
Chase Edmonds.
First one being just in case something does happen to Dalvin Cook, I'll have him there.
And then you took Alexander Madison.
Yeah.
Just in case something happens.
Getting handcuffs down here is good.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna go with a handcuff,
And
but I screwed myself when I drafted Higbee earlier on. Higbee is a potential breakout, but I really should have just waited and got my handcuff right there, because Dalvin Cook is a whole.
Yeah. And because he's still there and he could be one of those candidates, I do like him like you do, Dillon. Jalen Reagor.
Yeah, it's a good pick.
And the last pick for me, so.
Who did they lose to the Raiders? It wasn't Alshon, right? It was
No, it was can't remember his name. I was actually going to go for Henry Ruggs because Tyrell Williams is playing with torn labrum. So he has more opportunity after that, I feel, should he go down. But I think somebody already drafted him because he wasn't on the board.
True.
Yeah, I'm going to go handcuff instead of backup tight end.
Pollard's a good handcuff.
Oh, yeah. Get your backups just in case. A lot of these other guys, it's like, doesn't matter. Mecole Hardman's still up there, too, if he has a breakout.
He is. My bench is filled, though. I have to draft defense here. Caitlin can take Mecole Hardman, though.
No one took Darius Slayton, huh? I guess there's just like other options there. I mean, you got Sterling Shepard and Golden Tate, so
true. I'm stuck
they're
looking
all competing number one, really.
My defenses, I kind of want to take the Chiefs just because of the competition they have all year.
There you go, Slayton.
What's that?
So she took Slayton.
I'm interested. Like, do I go Kansas City defense? They go Houston, Chargers, Baltimore, New England. Ooh, that's a rough schedule, actually. I could go Cowboys. They have a legit defense.
Bears defense. They
play
much, but they.
Cowboys play the Washington football team twice a year.
That's true.
And the Giants.
Yep.
I would say maybe Cowboys.
But then I'm also looking at the Rams, just because based off of sacks, you're gonna get points there.
Best defensive line in football.
Yeah, you have the best defensive line. They will force. Last season, it says they had 13 interceptions. They had 15 forced fumbles, 11 fumble recoveries.
Be the meme team, the Bengals defense.
They have to play the Seahawks twice a year, the Niners twice a year, and the Cardinals twice a year.
That's a tough division.
Yeah, you got the Cowboys. You have the Bucks. The Bucks would be a good pick.
I'm thinking either say Bucks or Cowboys for your defense.
I'll mix it up. I'll go Cowboys. Where's Victoria? It says Caitlin's like the last pick on this, even though Victoria's the 8th pick. Unless she has it like on auto for some reason.
Well, remember she bet drafts back to back, so.
I know, but no, but this is still the last round. She should still be.
No, I see her. She's on auto though.
That was so she's
She's like, who cares?
I'm not surprised.
Whoever it picks, it picks.
I'm looking at her team and I'm not really a fan of it.
Who's?
Victoria's. She has Lamar Jackson, Austin Eckler, and then there's a drop off. You have James Conner. I don't believe in Mike Evans. She has AJ Brown, Evan Ingram, Marlon Mack, Jordan Howard.
Your team is now on the clock.
All right. Do we go for a potential breakout? Running back or wide receiver? Wide receiver, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Running back, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 5 running backs. If we go running back, I believe either J.K. Dobbins because he could steal that role, or Darrell Henderson.
Wait,
because Darrell Henderson could be the legitimate starter. I think.
Oh, sorry, I saw D Johnson. Like, wait, no, and like, oh wait, Duke Johnson. That's
Duke
right.
Johnson, yeah. I think Antonio Gibson could be the potential starting running back of the Washington football team. I think that could be a sneaky pick right there.
Go for it.
All right, she's getting Gibson. Could be a breakout.
Last pick.
Thanks for attending the NFL draft. Best of luck this season.
All right.
That's not a bad last pick, Dobbins.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's pretty good. All right. And let's just go through our teams. I'm going to exit the draft. Here, let me go back to Skype and then share my screen. Share screen. Right here. Start sharing. Here. Yeah, I'll leave the draft page and I'll go to my team. All right. So my team at quarterback, I have Josh Allen. Running back, I have Dalvin Cook and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Wide receiver, I have Bobby Woods, DJ Moore. Robert Woods in a PPR league is amazing right there. Starting tight end, I have Tyler Higbee. My flexes, I have Tyler Lockett, David Johnson, Joe Mixon. And then on my bench, I got Aaron Rodgers. Carry on my wayward son. Johnson. DJ Baby Shark. AJ Injured Green. Breakout, potentially Jerry Jeudy. You got Scary Terry. And then you got Hayden Hurts. And then as a defense, I got my Dallas Cowboys. Not my Dallas Cowboys. I fucking hate the Cowboys, but still.
Oh, man.
Who do you got, Wyatt?
You got a nickname for every player.
You got it, man.
I got at QB Russell Wilson. My running backs are Kenyon Drake and Christian McCaffrey.
Christian
Got Allen Robinson and Chris Godwin for my wide receivers.
That's a deadly duo.
Man.
George Kittle in there. And this is obviously going to be like changed up, obviously, but there's Stephon Diggs, Michael Gallup, Calvin Ridley. So I'm pretty stacked on receiver, but my running back depth is like where things kind of get iffy. Like Kareem Hunt's probably my top backup running back.
That's a rough top running back to have. I mean,
but then, like some of these guys here, I think like Zach Moss, if Devin Singletary isn't performing, then you got like much more potential, I feel, with him. Jalen Reagor I feel, was just a good solid pick for the end of the draft. And Mike Gesicki as the backup tight end. And Baltimore Ravens defense.
I like
slaughtering right here. Look at this slaughtering.
I like your starters though. Your starters are good.
I like your starters. Your bench is what worries me.
Yeah.
I don't like the Sonny Michel pick at all. Like, I would not touch him with a 10-foot pole. Alexander Madison isn't going to do anything unless for some reason Dalvin Cook is out, you know. Zach Moss, you know, he's a rookie. I do like the Jalen Reagor pick. I like the Mike Gesicki pick, obviously.
One of those running backs has to do something though. He's got 4 potential beasts.
Yeah, you would think they would do something. All right, and then Dinas, who do
Should
you
we go to
have?
my team? We got 3 of the big Chiefs players with Mahomes, Hill, and Kelsey. And then I got Zeke for my 3. I got 3 leagues. All
How stacked you are on the Chiefs' offense.
yeah. I got my 3rd league with my 3rd pick. I got Zeke in all 3 leagues. Then I went Aaron Jones on the Packers. I think he should be solid. And then Juju fell to me, so I picked up Juju. And then my flexes, I went Bell, Hilton, and Landry.
So
then-
I do like a lot of your flexes, but it's like a matter of if they stay healthy.
Yeah. But then I also have Sanders on the bench, and I like Sanders, so
Sanders you can throw into that mix. Like
I will plug him into the flex any day.
Yeah.
And then I got and then I got Montgomery and Cohen, so if one of them gets hurt, so
You're
one
like,
of them's
if
got to be
one
the starter, right?
work out-
I'll pray one of them gets hurt, so one of them can turn into a beast.
Gotta...
Because you don't want to be starting both.
Oh no.
But yeah, we had the dynasty last week, and then I had a draft Saturday and then a draft today, and I'm pretty pleased with all 3 of my drafts
I
overall.
like my first draft better, honestly, but I'll take this.
But that's because my teams are pretty much similar in all 3 leagues.
Yeah, mine
are slightly similar. I mean, I got Stephon Diggs and Kenyon Drake in the same area, and Kareem Hunt. And Mike Gesicki, but other than that, it's all different guys.
Diggs just fell to you perfectly in both.
Dude,
drafts.
I did not think he was gonna. Yeah, like both leagues, he just went like way down there.
In the first draft, you got Diggs right before I wanted to get him. In this draft, Ty was there, so I went Ty over Diggs.
See, that my whole thing was, I didn't think Clyde Edwards-Helaire would fall to me in the second. So he kind of fell to me, so I felt forced to take him there. The fact that Joe Mixon fell to me in the 3rd felt just like you have to lock that in because
you have to take him.
He's the starter. Like he would not have been there in the 4th coming back around, you know?
No, he would have been gone.
And Mixon screwed me last year, but I think he might have a bounce back year this year.
Well, Mixon, the first half of the year was terrible. The second half of the year, he balled out.
Yeah, he came back, but I was when I took him last year, I was so dead that it didn't matter when he came back.
No idea. You want to hear what his points were last year before the bye? You had 2.9, 4.70, 17.5, but that's against Buffalo. 9.0, 13.10, 5.3, 7.7, 16.0. He then has his bye. After the bye, he goes 19.7, 18.1, 9.70, 16.10, 28.8, 20.0, and 10.0.
He definitely upped his average at the end there.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I feel confident, easily starting Mixon almost on a weekly basis now.
Yeah, definitely.
Bobby Woods was a good starter. He's a solid PPR starter. If this was standard, I don't know if I would have touched him, but the fact that it's PPR, it's almost like the same reason why you went after Jarvis. He's going to get those targets, you know?
Yep.
DJ Chark is the starter in Jacksonville. He has a connection with Mr. Secret Gardener Minshew. AJ Green, I took a shot on him just because if he's healthy, if he's on the field, he will put up points. The whole issue is, will he be on the field? So
yeah, I took a risk on him last year, and that did not pay off.
Well, last year you're half of your roster was injured or suspended.
I had AJ Green in 2 leagues last year, and just IR the whole year.
You had Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
You had AJ Green.
Yep.
Who else did you have? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, but he got hurt.
But he got hurt halfway through. That's right.
Yeah, once Mahomes went down last year, that was it for me. That was done.
Yeah, it's kind of puts a nail in the coffin there for a lot of
Then I
potential.
had Eckler and Gordon just cucking each other all year.
Yeah, like, well, the reason I chose Eckler in the other league and I like him this year is because he's not getting cucked.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be a beast this year if they give him 300 touches. Oh my god.
I'm looking at this this guide that I follow. It's a Ultimate Draft Kit, and it's like a top 200 in a full PPR league. The receivers that I have are 26, 27, 28 overall, and it literally goes DJ Moore, Kenny Golladay, Robert Woods.
Oh.
That could be a deadly trio.
And I drafted David Johnson in my Yahoo league too. So
I
I'm
got
hoping
David
he
Johnson in this.
I just don't trust him enough to do that myself.
Well, see my Yahoo league is the same format as this league, but with 12 teams. So it's even deeper than
Couldn't
this
be
league.
as picky, huh? When it came to like some of
So
those guys.
I actually in that league I drafted David Johnson and Duke Johnson just to be safe.
Yeah,
See,
who's to be the
had
guy?
10-team league. I just couldn't find anybody to fill it up because I've been like looking for weeks to find people, and I'm surprised I even got 2 extra people to make it an 8-team league.
Yeah. I was gonna
roommate-
invite my roommate, and my brother, but I liked the 8-team league.
Makes
It's
it
nice
more-
having a little mix up every now and then, like because last year we were 10 team, right?
Yeah.
Last season we were 10, yeah.
So like having a little smaller leagues are kind of nice too because it does add that competition of everybody's got some high scoring guys.
Everyone's stacked.
Makes
Pretty
it for a
much.
more interesting league for sure.
Caitlin's asking how her team is. Let's go ahead and look
What-
at that. She
What's
has a
her
pretty-
team name?
Shadow Titans.
Oh. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. She's the
Deshaun?
consensus.
Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders, Devontae Adams, Kenny Golladay, Hunter Henry, Odell, Melvin Gordon, Cortland Sutton, Matthew Stafford, Gibson, Jones, Taylor Boyd, Christian Kirk, Noah Fant, and Steelers.
I do think she can be like that sneaky, like not the first playoff team, but she could sneak into that 4 spot.
I have 16 playoffs this year.
Oh, so yeah. Well, then like she's gonna sneak into one of those bottom. I definitely don't think she'll miss it.
She's got a solid team.
Yeah,
Like I said, I don't think she has
That's
a
the
number one
deadly
team, but she's got the
honest.
team to actually make it.
that could be a deadly team.
I like her running back combination there of Derrick Henry, Miles Sanders.
Oh yeah. And then she has potential breakout candidates on the bench there with Gibson and Taylor.
And if Ronald Jones does well enough, you might start like putting him into a flex or whatever over
Don't
like
forget, she also has
Gordon or
Melvin
something.
Gordon. I even forgot she had Melvin Gordon for a second. That's a solid starting job right there.
I
Yeah.
don't think it is as much myself, but we'll see.
Jones might be better than Gordon, but it might possibly happen.
I mean, it all depends how they run the offense too. Because
Yeah.
my issue with Gordon, or my issue with Jones, is that they have Tom Brady. While with Gordon, you do have a second-year quarterback. You got to rely on the running game a little bit more.
Is Jones a pass catcher though?
No, he's not. That's why they
Oh, okay.
Sean Vaughn in the draft.
Okay, yeah, then Gordon might be the better option.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton's a really good pick too. Odell Beckham, Hunter Henry. I mean, these are legitimate teams right here. I mean, if you guys want, I kind of want to go through everybody's team real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's go through my brothers. All
My
right,
brother always drafts interestingly.
he does, but always somehow kind of works out. He got Kyler Murray.
Which I really like.
I really wanted Kyler
Saquon's a great pick, and Nick Chubb. That's a deadly duo right there.
Barkley.
Oh, man.
If they can both stay healthy, that's the thing. They
I'm
have
more
to.
worried about Saquon's health and Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb can handle it, I feel.
DeAndre Hopkins, I think he got DeAndre in the 5th or something. So I mean,
Solid pick with Amari Cooper, but Amari Cooper, like we've said, is like
Michael Gallup is actually the number 1, but they pay Amari as the number 1.
as the number 1, yeah.
Zach
Zach
Ertz.
Ertz.
Ertz a little too early for me, but that's still a solid tight end pick. James White, he's gonna, in my opinion, he's gonna do so much more than Sony Michel.
Him in his 263 rushing yards.
Yeah. Hey, why don't we go ahead and look at Sonny's real quick?
Go for it.
Here, let me see. League. First loser. Where is Sonny? No way, 912?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's what I said. Sony Michel is a better back.
There was a stat. Hold on, there was a stat that I saw that I want to find out. Hold up. While we're doing that, though, we'll still go through the teams. Hold on, we were on Bailey's.
Cam Akers.
I like Cam Akers because if
I think he's got good opportunity where he's at for sure.
Yeah, and they're saying that he's already like kind of beaten.
My issue with like a lot of these rookie running backs is like I don't know if any of them are even gonna like eclipse 500 or 600 yards.
True.
It can't. I'm sure like one of them will. One of them like Clyde Edwards-Helaire or Cam Akers. One of those guys will hit like 1,000-yard mark. I'm sure. But I guess what the real value is if they're pass catching. Phillip Rivers. I don't know about that for backup QB when there were so many other options. That one I really don't like.
Yeah, I mean, Kyler's a legitimate starter. Phillip Rivers felt just like, oh, we'll take him. Matt Breida, it's either him or Jordan Howard. That was kind of a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
Chase Edmonds, Kenyon's the starter, but
I don't know what's up with that pick.
I think it's a handcuff pick because
just in case something happens with his injury.
They're saying that Kenyon isn't even going to start week 1 because he's injured.
We'll see.
What's up?
I said we'll have to see on that. I don't know.
He's wearing a walking right now.
I like your brother's team. I like your brother's team. His biggest problem is just trying to figure out his flexes every week.
Yeah, because I think between the flexes and his defense benches, there's nobody that you go.
His primary guys are like, yeah, these are all solid and they will start. But going to the flex, you're like, oh well, do this week do I want Cam Akers or do I want like Henry Ruggs, the B or guy or whatever,
It's like, who are you going to take the shot on? It reminds me kind of your team though, Wyatt, where it's like your starters are like set in stone, but it's kind of that bench area where you're forced to play them. You're like, ooh, how do you feel about this?
It's a lot of gamble for sure.
I like Parker though, but the other two flexes.
Parker was a great pick there.
The other two flexes are.
I can't trust him after what he did to me. He got hurt.
How dare you get hurt and ruin my team?
How dare you ruin my season?
All right.
And when I don't start him that following week when he comes back, he scores like 25 points.
Yep. All right, we're looking at Yip Kaye, Justin Tucker. He's got Dak Prescott, Todd Gurley, Josh Jacobs, Adam Thielen, Michael Thomas, Darren Waller, Will Fuller, Leonard Fournette, and Devin Singletary as starters. In my opinion, that's a decent team.
I like that starting lineup.
I do. The only one I'm iffy about is Todd Gurley, but he will get those. He will get those attempts.
Well, if Deandre Swift ends up working out, you can always just plug that in, and ends up being good if he does. He's running 2 defenses, huh?
Yeah, but so is Dean, I believe, right?
Yeah, I always use that strategy.
See, my strategy is I just drop the guy that isn't worth the damn by the time my bye comes up, and then pick up a defense.
Like I said, I usually stream defenses, and that typically works out for me. I don't think I've had a negative week in defenses in like 2 years, just because I stream it. But, Michael Thomas as a starting wide receiver, and then Adam Thielen as your secondary receiver, that's solid. Josh Jacobs as your number 1. Todd Gurley as your number 2. Leonard Fournette as your number 3. The only ones I'm iffy on is Will Fuller I personally don't like Adam Thielen, but I get the hype behind it.
Yeah.
I also don't really like Todd Gurley, but I get it.
That's one of those things where I'm feeling the same as like your number one wide receiver and running back, great, but your number twos,
but here's
good.
The thing.
They can be good. They can be good.
Todd Gurley's gonna get those points. It's just, you know, I don't know. It's just the injury and everything with Gurley. Tom Brady as the backup, I think that's a great pick. That's like almost a potential breakout because he's stacked on offense.
Yeah.
AJ Dillon, he's a Packers fan, so he took that. Latavius Murray, he's not gonna get as many points as he did last year. Deandre Swift, CeeDee Lamb is also a great pick, and Gronk.
The draft is over. I'm gonna turn my Xbox on because I know I won't crash my internet.
Yep. Gronk was, I think, a bad pick, especially that early.
Yeah.
And Houston's got Brandon Cooks, Cobb, Kenny Stills, and Will Fuller.
Yeah, and it's like, who's going to be the starter there?
And not to mention David Johnson and Duke Johnson at running back.
David Johnson is also a pass-catching back, and I don't know if Duke Johnson is.
They're going to be throwing like 50 times a game.
Deshaun Watson as that pick was such a great pick there for Caitlin. I was really hoping him or Dak would fall back to me, and then none of them did. So, all right. For Victoria's team, 2 yards apart, we have Lamar Jackson.
Drafted way too early.
Drafted way too early. I think that was the second round, right?
Yep.
They literally went Austin Eckler, then Lamar Jackson. So Austin Eckler, James Conner.
I like one of them.
Yeah, it's Austin Eckler. Mike Evans. Yeah, okay. AJ Brown. I like AJ Brown, but
solid. I thought those are both solid, but I feel like better options might have been there.
I was going to say AJ Brown was not the best receiver at the time. Mike Evans was not the best receiver at the time. It was
great. It'd be great for like my situation for a dynasty, but
yeah. Evan Ingram, I don't have faith in. I think that was a bad pick, especially that early.
Jordan Howard could be good if he ends up being the starter.
Yeah, Marlon Mack. I mean, I can't really say anything.
Again,
I got him.
He could be good if he's the starter.
Yeah, exactly. DK Metcalf. That's a good pick. I struggled between him and Tyler. So DK is a good, solid pick. Yeah. Drew Brees, solid quarterback. J.K. Dobbins, once again, could break out. It could be a solid pick if he's the starter.
That was rotten to take Drew Brees. That was rotten to take Drew Brees when he already had Lamar.
Seriously. I was going to go after Drew Brees, and then they drafted him. I was just like, son of a bitch.
That pick killed you.
You got Brandon Cooks, like we just discussed. Who's going to be the number one in Houston? Deontay Johnson, I like him as a potential sleeper candidate. Same with Michael Pittman. Jared Cook, good tight end. The fact that they got Evan Ingram and Jared Cook feels wrong to me. And then they got San Francisco 49ers, and Green Bay.
I'm worried, Dillon.
Why?
I just got my fantasy thing.
Oh, already?
Projection.
Let me guess. It predicts you pretty high, right?
12-1.
Oh, who won the draft?
You can only go down from there.
Yep, I can only go down.
I got an A-. I'm projected to finish second.
I got a B. 7-6.
Well.
Hey, Wyatt, what do you know? The two guys with the podcast got first and second place.
Go figure. This is going to be the year I like go last place, though, because every year it's like, oh, you're going to go like 3-9. And I'm like, bullshit, I'm going to win. And I usually do. I've never been projected to win more than like 5 or 6 games during the year.
Says Tyler Higbee, the 12th was somewhat of a stretch. Yeah. Call of Duty had a strong finish, accumulating the most projected points in the league. Okay. The team's top 5 receivers, led by DJ Moore, rank as the second best group in the league. That's my strengths. Interesting. It
says I have the most prolific trio of running backs in the league.
Who's your running backs again?
Kenyon Drake, Christian McCaffrey. It's just because I have Christian McCaffrey and because he boosts it so
would
high up.
say, like, I personally feel, I mean, this could just be my opinionated stuff talking, but I felt like I had a better running back core than my wide receiver core just because I feel
like I have a better wide receiver core than anything.
See?
Wait, what's your third running back?
Exactly.
Wyatt?
That's what I'm going like. What the hell are you talking
Who's
about?
it saying is the third most prolific?
Like Kareem Hunt.
But
McCaffrey, Drake, and Hunt.
But this is why I'm like so
It's
confused.
strictly because I have Christian McCaffrey and he's like 500 points or whatever, you know.
I got Dalvin Cook, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Joe Mixon,
literally-
David Johnson, and Kerryon Johnson. My team name could be Johnson and Johnson, a family company. But no, it's like those are legitimate like starters. Cook, Helaire, Mixon, Johnson. And then it's
I'm
like
kind of bad. Who has Josh Allen?
I do.
You should trade me Josh Allen so I can be Drake and Josh.
What are you gonna give me for Josh Allen? I'll do it for the
I'll give you
meme.
Jasicki.
Oh, fuck off. It says my worst winning week, Wyatt, will be against you. And it says my probability of winning is like 48%. And if that's my lowest,
You're good.
I think I'm solid. It says 82.4% chance I'll make the playoffs. 42.5 to make the championship, and 20 to win the championship. Damn.
Remember though, Dillon, what do we say?
Projections don't mean shit.
Because they really don't.
But I still love seeing stuff like that because every year it always rates me so fucking low. And
It
I'm
does
just
to
like,
me too. Remember,
I'm
me
like,
and you were always the lowest ranked guys on this stuff, but we usually make playoffs.
I've missed I was telling Caitlin and Victoria last night, the fact that I haven't even made it to the Super Bowl since our first year, I don't like that. So I gotta get back in it. I'm really dedicated this year.
We still have to go over Danielle's team, right?
Yeah, and Victoria's. We didn't go through hers all the way, did we?
I think we did.
Oh yeah, we did. Yeah. Okay.
Now this is the team right here I really don't like.
As
Out of
in,
all of
it's
them.
not good, or you're scared.
I just don't really like her lineup, her entire lineup.
All right, so you got
Parts
Matt
of it.
Ryan as the starting quarterback. Solid, right?
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara as the number one running back. You and I were going
Worries me.
fourth on it. But in a PPR league, I think that's still solid.
It's a good pick. Chris Carson really worries me after knowing when I had him.
And then don't forget he
He's
also
coming
had
back from injury, right?
Julio Jones, solid pick, obviously. Cooper Kupp, in my opinion, is a legitimate pick. He's really good.
I don't know
Or-
about him.
I do. I think Cooper Kupp is still the number one receiver there. But in a PPR league, that's the part that worries me. Cooper Kupp is the red zone target. He's not, he's not in the slot. He's not accumulating these receptions. So it's like if
he did have 94 receptions, it looked like it says here.
yeah, it says 94. I mean, that's still
It's
legitimate.
solid, but
Who else
I
does
don't know.
LA have? They have Cup and Woods.
Bobby Woods,
Is that
Tyler Higbee.
yeah, the tight end? But they don't have Cooks anymore, so
So Cooper Kupp and Bobby Woods have these targets that they can split.
yeah.
Yeah, 94 receptions. I'm wondering how many targets he had.
And his targets are only going to go up this year.
Seriously.
I do not trust any kind of Patriots receiver as much.
I don't, but if you're going to trust one, Julian Edelman was probably
Is
the
the
best.
one, yeah.
Mark Ingram, yeah.
I like Mark Ingram, but that scares me is the fact that you now have another running back there, and obviously we know Lamar Jackson is going to run a lot.
They got Lamar, they got Mark Ingram, they got the rookie, and they got Gus Edwards too.
Yeah, so it's like there's so much people that can run the ball there.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got Keenan Allen. I think that's a good pick. Carson Wentz, it's a good backup spot. You really have to be careful of when you play Carson Wentz because he is hit or miss depending on who he's playing. Here's where the trouble really starts for me is our bench though. You have Phillip Lindsay.
You have all these split carry guys.
Yep, Raheem Mostert, Adrian Peterson.
I did want Adrian Peterson, honestly, but it's fine. Like, I think who'd I take and said Zach Moss? It's whatever.
I think the best player on her bench is Marvin Jones.
And he's like, what, the number 3 guy?
He's the number 2 guy. And my issue is I've always thought of Marvin Jones as a PPR guy, and I'm looking at his receptions, and he only has 60
receptions.
And I've always viewed him as a PPR guy, so that's what concerns me. Austin Hooper, I'm staying away from just because it's a new team, and you got 2 tight ends. You still got Njoku over there. Darius Slayton, it's New York Giants. I mean, you know.
There's one guy you want from the New York Giants, and his name isn't Darius Slayton.
Yeah. It's Saquon.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't want Evan Ingram. I don't want anybody else.
And the Saints defense, it's fine. That's a fine pick.
Yeah, it's a fine pick. So out of all of these, who do you think has the worst overall team?
Like I said, I really just kind of don't like Danielle's team so much.
Who do you think, Dean?
Hold on, I'm get back to me. I'm looking at them all.
All right, I'm struggling between Victoria's team.
Yeah, her team's a little iffy too.
And potentially Spencer's team. Spencer just has legitimate starters though. No, it's between Victoria and Danielle, and I think honestly I would probably go Victoria. Danielle has the potential ones. Victoria's overall is just iffy to me.
Yeah.
Bailey changed his name. It's Cobra Kyler. That's good. Yeah, I mean, this was a good draft, I feel.
It was fun, at the very least. Will continue to be fun for the season. And we are less than 2 weeks away from football.
Yes, sir. Hopefully every Sunday we'll record a podcast. Yeah. Potentially.
We got plenty to talk about for our midweek coming up.
Maybe we should switch the podcast time. But we only do it Sundays because of our work schedule.
Well, here's the thing: is like it's not too big an issue. We mainly did it this way because of the draft. So yeah, things should be back on track hopefully next week. Pending everybody's schedule, obviously, that's one big issue.
Exactly. I think Sunday still might be the best time. Like
Sundays are usually when I have off, so it usually works for me.
We'll do it before the football games, and then all that.
We usually start around 10 a.m. I mean, we can easily just go over projections, predictions, and whatnot before during games or whatever.
We could do like 9 to 10 a.m. or something. Just see how it goes.
Or unless you would rather try to do it some other day for that.
Well, that's what I was.
Figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Tuesdays after all the games have been played.
It'll be a trial and error thing, I feel.
Yeah,
we'll figure it out though.
We'll get these podcasts out definitely. Dean, any idea who has the worst?
I actually went to my Yahoo League, which is the same format as this league, but with 12 teams. And surprisingly, I am my Yahoo League is almost just as good as this league. Damn. The only difference would be in this league I have Kelsey at tight end, and in that league I have Gesicki as tight end.
I mean,
both solid though.
Legitimate picks.
But listen to this lineup in a 12-team league at the same format. Russell Wilson, Chris Godwin, Calvin Ridley, Zeke, Gesicki, Todd Gurley, David Johnson, Marlon Mack.
Oof.
For a 12-team league, that's really good.
That's good.
And Sanders on the bench.
Oh,
I'd plug in Sanders, honestly.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Sanders
that's
over
solid
Mac.
lineup.
Yeah, the only issue is, running backs will get those carries. I mean, that's something to watch on a weekly basis just because they do have Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
But in that league, we also have a kicker and we have a defensive player.
Damn.
Hey, that's something.
Everybody being.
That's something you could think about, Dylan, is maybe adding an IDP player in.
My only, I wanted to do IDP, but I made so many changes to the league this year compared to what it was last year.
Yeah, maybe
Trying
next
to
year.
ease it in.
What's that?
We're just trying to ease it in.
Yeah.
But I'm down for that next year, yeah. I mean, that adds another nice little factor.
And just a heads up on the playoff format. So it's 6 teams get in. What I'm thinking of doing is the first place team and the second place team get a bye.
Yep.
And then obviously third place 6th, fourth place 5th.
Yeah.
And whoever wins then goes on to play first or second accordingly. I need to figure out actually how to set that up because I'm looking at it and it has as 4 quarterfinal games going on, which would mean everybody makes the fucking playoffs. If I can't figure it out, worst case scenario, it is only 4 team playoffs, but I think
are you going to do week 17 as the championship or week 16?
Week 16, because week 17, I still don't know if starters will play or whatever.
Yeah, that's
by
cool.
week 17, who knows, if Russell Wilson's playing or not.
Exactly.
Or Kyler or whatever.
Did they approve the extra game?
Yes, they approved it. I don't know.
It's not happening this season, though, I believe.
Next season is when it starts.
Oh, okay. That's going to be cool, an 18-game season.
That'll be fun.
They're cutting out preseason for it, though, right?
Yeah. No, they're 2 games of preseason, I believe.
Yeah.
It never needed to be 4 weeks of preseason.
Yeah, that's just a waste for everybody.
I think it's kind of shown we don't even need preseason. Nobody cares. We just want football.
Looking at this right now, it says my easiest win is going to be against Danielle, so I'll change and say Danielle has the worst team.
All right, cool.
All right.
But even the worst team in our league is still not a bad team.
No, not at all. These are legitimate teams.
There is no bad teams for this at all, yeah.
The fact that it's an 8-team league, nobody really should have a bad team, realistically.
At least starters.
Yeah. Oh, let me see. That's scoring. Here, I can probably edit settings.
I still can't believe that guy took Kittle in the first round in my other league.
Dude is all in, huh?
Yeah.
How early was it?
He took him 10th, I think.
See, I guess you could justify doing the end of a first round, but again, it's still far. He probably would have been around there for that next sweep around.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been there in the third. But take him in the fucking second. I know it's 1 away, but take him in the second. I don't know.
Whatever. His life.
He has an okay team, but he's got Jimmy G as a starting quarterback.
Oh,
so he's a Niners fan then, isn't he?
Yeah.
That was obvious.
But he's got Lockett, he's got Kupp, he's got Eckler, Kittle, Singletary, Diggs, but then he's got Jimmy G at quarterback and Rager as his last flex.
It says playoffs weeks 14, 15, and 16, 6 teams.
It says Rager's got a shoulder injury.
Oof. That's rough.
Yeah, I don't feel as confident in this league as I do the other one, but we'll wait and see.
I might just have to adjust the playoffs as we get closer to it, but hopefully...
Just make it known, I guess, so people aren't, throwing fits about it.
Yeah, I'll make it known Honestly, probably by the end of the day or whatever. So
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything left to discuss?
I think we're good here.
All right.
You getting on Black Ops, Wyatt?
I just booted it up right now.
What?
Hell
Black
yeah.
Ops 4?
Yeah,
Go
buddy.
book some kids.
I deleted Black Ops 4, man.
Just give me a minute. I'm probably gonna eat real quick, and I'll join the party and play a bit.
All right.
All right.
Thanks
With that being
for
said,
watching, and we'll see you next time.
so long.
See you.